let's see here. Seems to be working. Alright, get shareable link. Sending out invitations. Well, I'm calling them invitations, but whatever. Alright, let's see here. Alright. This is actually pretty loud now that I've... Let me fix this if I can. Okay, that just completely turns it off. We might just have to adjust this through Windows volume instead. Keep it at like 25. That should be enough that you can still hear me. Hopefully. This is an assumption. Let's get this running as well, so we can actually see that we're playing. Okay, so the reason why I have my food at 0 is because, like I said beforehand, when you go to a new location, and that means like if you're revisiting, this doesn't work, but if you're going to a completely new location like we're about to, your food automatically goes back to 100. And there's very little as far as penalty goes. Oh, great, I forgot about that. Oh well, we'll fix that later. Oh yeah, I could actually break these right now, but I don't want to. Alright, anyways, like I was going to do. Alright, so there's a mountain. If you go straight east from the top of the mountain, you'll find the red fog should be gone for the most part now, so you might be able to see it. Actually, I have to. So when you cross that bridge, that little marker over there, or not really marker, that hill over there is where the red tablet is. There's slimes down there, but I'm going to ignore them for now. So this is actually the second major island that unlocks this. The first major island unlocks the green. Let's see if I can open the map here. So if you look over here, this is the very top that I can point at is the edge of my map. So over here. You can see the edge of the green right here. It would be about here in the full map. So you can see the mountaintops here. Where we're standing is the red. Over here would be the blue. And over here is the green. Now, if you look over here, you'll see this like canyon area. That's where we're trying to get to. So here's the red. Okay, if I can remember how to jump this. Back. Okay, I'm just gonna have to walk. It's fine. I would have had to jump down anyways. As soon as I don't get to use a shortcut. I'm not breaking these until later. But there are enemies, so... Okay, hopefully I remember how to get to here. I don't want to pull up my guide while I'm, like, doing this. Which is kind of funny because I am doing this for my guide. This would be a lot easier on the Switch version because I've done this so much on the controller that I've basically have it memorized by muscle memory, but I don't have it memorized where it is by visual memory. Okay. Don't think it's there. I know it's near the green area. Oh, it's down here. Okay, so I need to go south. So it'll make a little bit more sense once I'm actually there. It's a little bit harder to get to right now because I could seriously hurt myself right now if I make a mistake in this jump. Actually, I think I'm just gonna walk. Yeah, let's walk. It's actually a semi-hidden area near here as well. So once you get to here, you can actually read this book. The thing about all books in this game, if you remove the book is gone for the rest of the game. But the reason we came here early, rather than waiting for later in the game, is one, right now I'm pretty sure everything here is protected, so we can't actually see that. So until we unlock, I'm not sure this counts as green zone or red zone, but until we unlock either the zone this is part of, we cannot do any damage to this, which makes it really safe to be here right now. We won't destroy anything. And the other reason is we can look at what unlocks we have. So when you select, say, a hammer, a weapon, armor, or a shield, you are permanently setting yourself to this. That means if you're wearing anything else, this is what shows up. So it's nice if you have a specific appearance that you want. It's called the historic hammer. Right. This is your Dragon Quest Builders 1 gear, basically, right here. Fortunately, I don't have all the stuff that I had for sorry about that. Unfortunately, I don't have all the stuff because I didn't buy this, the first month. But there are a few looks that do come with. Alright, if I die midstream, I'm just letting you guys know that I'm not going to be able to do any giveaways while I'm dead. Well, it's my own guide. I'm the one that wrote it. So, but yeah, I played this a lot on the Switch because I was writing a guide, and you can probably guess I was testing the guide a lot to try to optimize it for people. See, I wasn't optimizing it for speedruns, but I was kind of optimizing it for speedruns. I wasn't optimizing it for any percent speedruns. I was more or less going for the 100% speedruns. But I was also trying to make it so that casual play would work as well. So it's like a hybrid. So I was trying to hybrid it between a speedrun guide and a like casual playing guide. I could actually teleport back now that I think about it. So I could teleport here and then just run down. But I'm already pretty close, so I'm not sure that will save anything at this point. I think you get to teleport to the dock later in the game. Unfortunately, since I am out of food, I can't run anymore. But like I said, it's kind of a waste of food to eat it right now. Oh, you'll notice that I have this. Basically, you just cook kelp. That's all. I also don't have any chests or anything right now, so I can't store stuff. There is a limit of how many chests of each type you can place. Different types of chests will give you different capacities, and actually, do they? I think they might have turned all in the same capacity now. But either way, each chest type has their own limit of how many you can place. This is true for all objects. So, say you have like a limit of 64 magic doors. You can place 64 magic doors, and then you can place a normal door, because the normal door and the magic doors are separate items as far as the item limit goes. So that's still cool. The only thing you have to also realize is there are a lot of rooms that require chests. And there is a room limit as well. So, unfortunately, there's a lot of limits on what you can build, unlike Minecraft. But I kind of like this a little bit better than Minecraft overall. I do wish that they introduced a lot of stuff that Minecraft has, but that's, not necessarily, better or worse. It's just a lot different. Alright, anyways. The reason, by the way, for the limitations is because console versions can't handle that much. So, So right now we can only go to Furrow Fields. Actually, yes, my mind changes like a tide. Happy now? Okay, so it looks like now we can fast travel to the dock. I should have just talked to him earlier. I could just fast travel back. Oh well. Alright, so once you go to Furrow Field, though, you cannot. There's really no point in me saving actually, because it replaces your save as well. So once you travel to a different area, not necessarily new but different, you automatically save the game. So you'll see right here, I have a actual save and then I have an auto save. This will get removed, and then the auto save will be whenever it'll start as whenever I entered the island, and then it'll update based on the autosave points. So that's why you saw me earlier going back to the title screen, making a duplicate save. What that does is it makes sure that I can go back if I need to. This is especially important when you come back from Furrow Field. Actually, no, it's when you come back from Furrow Field. No, it's when you come back from the second area, I think. Yeah. When you come back from the second area, that's when it gets really important. You want to make sure you have a backup save after leaving the second island. And the reason for that is because after you leave the second island, there's an event that takes place. Once that event takes place, you cannot return to the Island of Awakening until you finish the next island after that. And this is true for a few areas. I'm not. Hello, welcome. And I don't have. Oh, the storage stack, which is this little stack right next to us, is basically where we place all our valuables when we go to a different island. This really has very little to do with the actual game itself. Okay, just let me see if I can move this. I can't. Unfortunately, because it's locking the game down, or the mouse cursor down, I cannot move the window from in the middle of the screen. So it's going to be you're going to see a lot of the sound cutting out when I go to check to see if you have said anything. Okay. But anyways, so what this storage stack means is that all your stuff does not carry over to a new story island. And the reason that's important is because it allows them to reset your inventory so that each island is basically a new experience. If you played Dragon Quest Builders 1, each island was a I should say this. Each island was basically a new game, which was kind of annoying in a sense. Whereas here, it's all one game. Once you beat an island, though, you can carry things between islands, with the exception of unique items. Unique items you can't really carry between islands. there are a few unique items that you can, but the way that you get unique items onto the island we're currently on, the Island of Awakening, is there's an effect end game that allows you to buy them. And that's why you're going to see me do a gratitude. Great. Okay. Yeah, Lulu's going to stay here. So I'm pretty sure I don't have the right as I'm saying that, I started coughing like crazy. But I'm pretty sure I don't have the coronavirus right now. I think it's just how I get I basically get like pneumonia every like 1 or 2 years. So I think that's what's going on right now. But because it's in the middle of the coronavirus outbreak, it's kind of hard for me to see a doctor right now. While we're waiting for this, like I said before, I think they messed up on the timing. Let's see here. This seems like a good thing to give away, even though I'm throwing like the middle of the series. Alright, so someone can grab that if they want. Let me see if there's a way for me to force this to. Okay, there we go. Okay. So I had to do a workaround to grab the Dragon Quest Builders window. Oh, crats. So I'm not going to do this completely 100% efficient, because I am working on a guide right now. If I wanted to do this 100% efficient, I'd grab my Nintendo Switch controller and connect it to the computer. So you can see here, we have this right here. We are going to take this. We're actually going to take this rope too. And the reason why I'm taking these, so you'll also have noticed that the food went back to 100%. It's not 99 right now. When you use the item, you will lose a little bit of food, but that should be fine. But the reason why we're taking these is because we're going to want to have them later on. Oh yeah, signs too. Do not break signs if you want to read them later, because once you break them, you're not really going to get them back. A few signs you can recreate, I think. Oh yeah, those little pink things. The way you destroy those is you surround them completely. you cannot break them with a hammer. I mean, I think you might be able to with the builder's hammer, but I'm not sure how many remain after you get that. There's, I think, one item that the builder's hammer cannot pick up. I don't know if you can pick it up in the PC version, but in the Switch version, you definitely can't. I'm not gonna break those either. Oh yeah, watch out for those guys. Those guys are annoying. We're gonna kill one of these though. The reason why we're killing these is we need the oil as well from these. So we want a few oils to be available. Alright, so these baboons, bad boons, I guess technically their name is. Malroth, please help, please help. I'm too old to die. That should be good enough. He's got enough aggro on them. No, I don't want to. No, I wasn't trying to kill her. Are there really huge differences? Really the main difference is that the PC and PS4 versions have trophies. And the DLC requirements are also different. Like the PC, it comes with the season pass as part of the game, whereas the PS4 and the Switch versions, they're separate. The PS4 version, the pre-order bonuses are part of PS4 PS Plus. Whereas Switch and the PC version, there were pre-order bonuses that you can't really get anymore. So her farm is, I think, a little bit too far for me to see from here. Oh yeah, I can run right now, can't I? Oops, messed up that run. Did I go too far? So if you go too far past them, they will stop moving. I wonder if this is important. Oh, the bells. That's a very important thing later on. And there goes the last of our seeds. Right, so the Scarecrow is very useful later on. Because you can use it to turn a lot of blocks into earth blocks, which really helps with terraforming. I don't recall seeing this before, so I think this is DLC. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's DLC then. Alright, so we're going to want to craft one of these and keep it in our inventory. Because each crafting station has like 3 or 4 forms, and once it upgrades, you can't go back. So the only way you can go back, so to speak, is if they are how should I say it? If they're in your inventory, basically. So like in a chest or in this belt, so to speak. Okay, so the other thing is this room or part of room. Yeah, but I should have all the DLC on the Switch, so so this has to be like a PC exclusive or PC first DLC. Anyways, so this room, don't touch it. The reason why is if you mess with this, you can soft lock yourself. So unless you want to remember every single corner of this room as well as where the door is, don't touch the room. You don't want to soft lock yourself. And I'm not too worried about my food here because this island is the island where you can get food the most easily until you beat. Well, once you beat the island, you can actually get. Okay, so you'll see I'm going after these little bats here. Now the trees don't respawn, so oh yeah, those don't respawn either. So don't break all the trees. Oh yeah, slimes are a gathering or a I guess they're a species of monsters that actually work together. Oh yeah, that's one of the things I wanted to do. I don't think I can do this yet, though, so I'm gonna ignore it. But if you look over there, that's one of the shrines. Those are kind of important. So be careful with Malroth because he will destroy a lot of stuff. And he won't even feel bad about it. Okay, we're gonna move you to the corner here. You as well, if I can lift you. You can only really lift items that your hammer can reasonably destroy. So the better your hammer, the more items you can lift. I can destroy this, I think. Yeah, I can destroy this, but not. It's my hammer level still isn't enough to lift it. Looks like. When I get the upgraded hammer, I should be able to lift these. So I could actually start preparing for the invasion, but it's not worth it yet. Most of the invasions will come from this side. So if you have anything you want to keep, move them over to this side of the map. Okay, now I'm trying to remember whether or not these dry ones give me an ivy. Yes, they do. The green ones should be able to respawn after a while. I'm gonna break this while I'm here, actually. Because I'm gonna need this broken anyways later on. I really hope I didn't break something that I didn't mean to. Oh yeah. So we have these rocks as well. So you'll notice these little mud tiles. They're called spoiled tiles, I think. Grabbing some rocks because I kind of need rocks as well. And dry grass. There's enough of these weeds that I don't have to worry too much about running out of them. Oh yeah, this rat will teach you about teleportation as well. If I remember correctly, or one of these rats will. This one is actually very easy to complete. Oh, great, it's Chimera. Nope. And I learned a new recipe by getting a medical leaf. And I was a little bit too late for that. Oh well. Okay, let's make sure I actually got the image. Alright. So there are a few recipes that require you to obtain a specific item before you learn it. Oh yeah, so there's a green one over there. I'm going to try to go grab that one. I want to make sure I don't break it though. Come on. These can be a pain to grab sometimes. Okay. So I need to bring this back to my base. So I can't remember if this still works, but you at one point were able to actually grow these. And I can't remember what the requirement was for them to grow. see here. I know it. I'm pretty sure it has to be in your base. Oh, it's about to turn nighttime. That's not good. I might just need to drop this somewhere. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to put this up here. And then I will break through here. And I don't want to be working when night comes, because there's an enemy that's going to spawn and they're a pain to kill at this point of the game. And this is part of why we brought the bed. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to, oops. Okay. We're going to try to sleep. That'll force it back to morning time. Then we can break this again. This makes sure that nobody's going to sleep on our bed. The other way we can do it is with signs, for as far as making a private bed goes, but we don't have those signs yet, so we can't use that method. Alright, now we're back to daytime, so we'll see if that grows. If it does, great. If not, well, not much we can do about that. I'm actually just going to break everything else here. Once we get this item going, I'm not going to spoil it yet. It's going to purify quite a bit of this land. So, but that's not until a lot later. Alright, anyways, so first thing we want to do is, I don't think there's any use for medicinal leaf later. Alright, so we're going to build one of these. That makes sure we can downgrade, so to speak. And then we're going to get a scarecrow. So right now, the farmers can't do anything about the muddy soil. We can actually get rid of these as well. So these little hearts, they're called gratitude. This is basically your currency, and they are specific to the island. So each island has their own gratitude stash. And the bell that I mentioned earlier, Whether or not you can upgrade it depends on the gratitude you have. So if we go over here and we examine the bell, or sorry, ring the bell, everyone's going to come over here. And by ringing the bell, you can drag all the gratitude that's on the ground to you automatically. So it's very useful. I probably shouldn't have done that while she was in the middle of doing something, though. Oh, and these dry grass work very well as makeshift ladders. Or ivy, really. Alright, so there's a little bit of a trick with these. Never harvest them with your weapon. Always harvest them with your hammer. And the reason for that is it resets their decay timer. So if you harvest them with your weapon, you don't have to replant them, but it reduces their decay timer by 1. Once the decay timer hits 0, the crop disappears. And you can kind of soft lock yourself by doing that. So yeah, just break it with your hammer. You don't have to worry about it. Now, some enemies do drop seeds. Mainly early on in the game, you're going to get rushes of enemies that give you seeds. But there's also semi-fixed monster spawns that drop seeds. They're the bigger ones of the groups. So yeah, if we want to, we can just break a bunch of this bad soil. If you position yourself right, you can hit 2 or more blocks at once. Oops. One thing I definitely do hate is this toggle system. It's nowhere near as comfortable to use as the I guess non-toggle. So what I actually did in the Switch version was a little bit different. What I did was I messed with the water flow, so it would basically overflow, but I had 2 high walls, and I would have a door. And what would happen is when you open the door, the water floods out, and once the water floods out, it basically waters that area instead of having to wait for our NPCs to water them manually. And by making it too high, it forces the NPCs to use the door. So whenever they go to water, they automatically water a bunch of the plants without any issues. She was holding back on us. And we're gonna need these rocks anyways, so. And we're gonna want these dry grass, so we're gonna grab these as well. And I think this is a good time. Let's see who gets this one. Really? Oh yeah, there's some enemies here as well. I should go kill these ones. Looking for a... There we are. For these guys. Stop running away. It's almost more annoying than taking damage. Great. Slimy wants to play. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore you for now. We could technically go out and start killing some super monsters, but I want to level up first. This almost makes me think of killing slimes for 300 years. I joke about that because in the Switch version, I kind of, in a sense, literally did max out my level killing slimes. I wish I could show you my Switch setup. Oh. There's our stone sword. So that's our first upgrade. Stone becomes a lot more common later on. We need the oils anyway, so... And I don't feel like duping items right now. Alright, we've got our cabbages. Right, and then we can just replant them. We can actually move these soils around to make it more efficient, but it's almost more work. Alright, so this is a easy level up for us, but we are going to make that stone sword now. We're going to keep this cypress though. So that's the first purification wave. That's not going to actually purify any blocks. What it does is it gives us more benefits, really. So we learn. There's our chest. That's what we needed. You can actually kind of max it out like almost right away, but I don't recommend that because you're gonna actually take longer if you do it that way. Well, obviously we can't plant it yet. What we're going to do is we're going to start fortifying this side. That'll help reduce
the damage that the monsters will be able to do. Alright, let's see here. Builds. And what we want is the community chest. I forget if you can do the pot room in this one. Tempted to try. And I need a door, so we'll do that. We can get a better door later on, so we don't want to make too many doors yet. Let's see here. This should be a good spot. Yeah, this should be a good spot. So we're gonna break basically straight through. And it's nighttime. Great. Alright, let's place this before we get any issues. Once you're under attack, it's a pain to go to sleep, because the game technically doesn't let you sleep while you're under attack. Alright, so for a pot room, we need to place a chest. Let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. Unlike Dragon Quest Builders 1, having the smallest size room is not necessarily the best. The reason for that is you'll notice there's a level for each, I guess, residence. I guess city or level really would be the best way to call it. And certain rooms will help out more. Let's see here. We don't want to store any food yet. I think it's safe for us to store these. As long as they're in town, at least. Let's get rid of the floorboards too. Alright. Where are those vases that we wanted? Alright. So place. You can actually place these too high. I guess I'll show you guys how to do that. Alright, so what you do is you actually first place these blocks, and you place these, and I'm not sure how to do this quite right in the PC version. In the PS4 and Switch versions, you can just do both the down and up at the same time. But now what you get is you get the floating pots, and you can place under them. Then we place another one here, and we can go ahead and put a door that's for out as here with no issues. That little so you can see there's a size bonus that we get to our, so to speak, experience, and whenever you make a new room, you will get a bunch of gratitude. Alright, anyways. Let's see here. What was our new goal? Oh yeah, to plant this. Alright, so if you're not ready to ring the bell, it'll tell you what you gain in the next level. Then we can plant this. Okay, I have a question. Who's in chat right now? How long does it take for me? Oh, now it refreshes. How long does it take for me to max my level killing slimes? There is a trick to it, actually. What it is there's a spawner, and you can basically start forcing spawns. If you set it up right. It's not an in-game item. It's how the game works. And what you do is you set up a bunch of traps, and you basically force all the traps to basically trigger in a chain. And this basically kills everything in the spawn area. And you gain a crazy amount of experience doing this. But this you have to wait for after the third area, so there is kind of a limit to it. Because you can't really do it except during the third area. During the start of the third area. Once you get too far in the third area, you can't do it anymore. Plus, there's a level cap in the third area. And then you can do it a little bit after the third area. And otherwise, you have to wait all the way until after the fourth area. Which is when you uncap levels anyways, so... Well, there's no point of you winning it. You already have it. By the way, did you ever finish getting to the multiplayer part of this game? So the enemy wants us to break his own rules. Yeah, so we need a lot more cabbages, and we need to get the soil running. True, it is kind of late. Yeah, we kind of already harvested the cabbages. While I'm at it, I'm actually going to cook one of these. I have to eat one at least, though. Alright, let's see what he wants. Alright, once we finish this, we can... I forget if you actually have to use, I guess we can test real quick. Yeah, you actually have to use floorboards and stuff. You can actually repurpose some, though, from other places, so... Okay, grilled greens. We ended up with wood. Oh well. That's fine. So, this technically does weaken our defenses. Oops, I did not mean to break that. Oh well. There's actually a little trick to protecting your initial building area, or your initial city, I guess. But I'm not going to show that right now. Did they change the quest, or is it because I'm using floorboards? Okay. Yeah, I think it's because I used floorboards instead of... Alright, now we get to play the hard part. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna destroy the entire second level. Because that'll make it a lot easier for us to... Actually, I think we're gonna have to destroy this section too. Alright, so instead of using floorboards, we're going to use the other type, softwood. Crafts 10, we want, say, 2 of them. I guess we need another 10. Oh wait, I know why. I completely forgot about the decorations that you have to put in there. And I guess I might as well build a few more of these. Because I'm going to be upgrading this later. Lol. Well, I guess since there's 2 of you, and there's only 2 of you, oh great, I have to upgrade it. I should actually just build more of these, but I can't remember how many I need, so not gonna worry too much about that right now. Actually, we should just talk to her now. She believes she has some wheat for me. And that would be the windmill area. Okay. Apparently we can't save while we're in midair. This is probably a good thing. Alright, I guess I'm gonna just combine the giveaways into one. So since there's only 2 of you guys, The reason I picked 500 is because my favorite number is not part of that 500, I guess. So that'll make it a little bit harder for you guys to game it. Because otherwise it would be for whoever like answers first. So a little trick, by the way, if you are out of stamina, jump and attack. Because while you're in the air, your attacks do not cost stamina, which means it never checks to see if you have enough stamina. The thing is, you do less damage while you're in the midair. Oh, jeez, we forgot about sleeping. Oh, well. Let's run as fast as we can. Ow. Jeez. We're not gonna make it. Alright, teleporting back. Really fun? Oh no. It's nighttime and I do not want to be here. I probably should have just waited for all of them to be ready. Yeah, so I have a feeling that your wording of that is a lot worse than what I'm thinking of. But yeah, if you're awake at night, you can end up encountering a ghost. And no, it's not of Christmas past. So as you can see, this was not in here before. You can tell because I have barrels in my inventory. And the reason for that is because the pot room allows your characters to build barrels and pots at no cost to you. The thing is, it's kind of random which one you get. I should probably put this in there, but oh well. We'll deal with that later. And I should eat, but it becomes a lot easier to deal with later. So those bats are small, so they won't give me seeds. As they're technically called Drakeys. This is the part I hate most. There's like always like a bunch of these guys. And there's one of those skeleton guys as well. And as a completionist, I want to kill the skeleton guy. But all those slime guys make it really hard. Oh my gosh. I need to stop missing this guy. Screw it. Yeah, the NPCs are actually kind of smart in this one. They'll actually run away from obvious skills. They want to run away from basic attacks though. And there we get bones. So you can see it's a windmill, and you can kind of see that they made it out of various blocks. Okay, I kept my cypress stick on me. If I remember correctly, it's a cypress stick they want and not the stone. But that's why there's a anvil here. Okay, you know what? There's only 2 of you guys here, so I'm going to shrink the number. Let's see, 1 and... Yep. Let's go with 1 and 25. And we'll just keep going until you guys guess the number that I have in mind. Okay, this might not be fair considering Juan's been here for so long. Oh, there's 3 of you guys now. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna use random.org. Alright. No, we're sticking with 19, 17, and 14. Alright. It's gonna be from 1 to 25, and whoever's number gets drawn first. Okay, so first result is 6. 2. 18. Okay, none of you guys guessed 18. 1. It's not happy with me right now. 22. 12. Nobody guessed that. 17. Oh, someone did guess 17. Alright. Well, Okay, so it's going to be PC. Okay, which one though? Okay, as I said earlier, if I pass away before I can do the giveaway, there's no way that I'm going to be able to do it. So let's get this through. Which one? Let's see here. We have Atelier. Let me see if I can remember these. Rorona, Tatori, Meruru, Ayesha, Esha, and Shali. Alright, that's the first game of the series. Oh, and while I'm looking this up, let's throw out another key. Trying to see if there's a way for me to do this without having you on my friends list, because nobody wants to be on my friends list. Alright, Telerona, The Alchemist of Arlen DX. This might be a little bit awkward. Alright, so it'll be for the PC, it'll be DX. The problem will be getting it to you. Yeah, it says someone already activated it. Do I have you on Discord? Let me see if I can. I guess I'll just text you through the Steam app. Enter a friend code 106 Alucard. Okay, so I think I sent you the friend request. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let's see here. Alright, Steam, where are you? Lol. Oh great, we're gonna need to clean up our Discord chat. I'll do that tomorrow. Alright. This is now nighttime apparently because I waited for too long. So that's why we kept the sipper stick. Alright. Alright, this is going to be the fun part, I guess. We've got a bunch of ants, and I have no interest in fighting them fairly. Kill my enemies for me, my minions. Easy experience. I don't even have to do anything. Okay, maybe I do, because he's stuck now. Alright. I'm pretty sure it will, but I didn't, so... So I can start getting wheat now. So I can now just teleport straight back, but let me check my Builderpedia really quick. That's not what I meant to hit. Where is the skeleton? Did not. Alright, bones are all that he drops, so we're safe to go back by teleportation. Well, ironically, it kind of is the best way. And yes, you have to listen to this entire song every single time you recruit someone. Alright, we finally get our bag. Okay, so after yeah, we now have a bag. And this means we can just carry stuff on us for the most part. Instead of having to throw everything into our chest. And it's nighttime. Let's make sure I sleep. Yeah, so you can kind of see the ghost kind of did a lot of damage. Alright. Once I get the I think next set of NPCs, next set of NPCs, I should be able to start eating again. Because they'll automatically cook stuff. The actual next NPC, though, is well, they kind of said it, but it's an earthworm. So they're all the way over there. That said, I am going to take a break for today. Yeah, I think I need to take a break for today. So I'm just gonna idle farm food so that I have a good stash of food when I next stream tomorrow, probably in the morning. So hopefully Afan doesn't miss it this time. But before I go, let's throw out. Alright, this should be good. We'll throw out this one. Let's see here. Let's go to a different page. Okay, I'm pretty sure that Yvonne already has this. So let's give some other people a chance. All right. And then let's see here. Let's throw one on Twitter. This is a nice one for Twitter, I guess.